Landing gear retracted.
Hi, I'm playing Elite Dangerous. This game is not really a game. It is more like a simulator for something that doesn't exist. But
Frameshift drive charging.
it happens to be the absolute coolest simulator ever because of that aspect. Currently, I've plotted 21 jumps to get to the Alpha Centauri system, which you may or may not know is pretty close to Seoul, aka home. I don't have a permit to get there yet, and I don't really even know how to. I have to look it up online in order to figure that out. That's kind of the whole gimmick of this game. I've been playing for probably 50 hours over the course of over a year, and I don't know most things about it still. There's systems upon systems upon systems of stuff, and every time I think I figure something out, I find out that I'm only a small bit of the way there, and there's more efficient ways to do it. Like that right there, fuel scooping. You have to buy a fuel scoop for your ship, and when you do that, then you can fly by a star and pick up fuel. That way you won't run out of fuel in space, which is not something the game ever teaches you. In fact, I ran out of fuel multiple times early on and had to have the fuel rats come and save me, which are an independent party of people who literally just do that seemingly for fun, helping people out of sticky situations. I need to talk about the way I play the game. I play it in VR, and I also play it with a full HOTAS setup. So I've got a throttle on my left, positioned quite similar to where it is in VR, and I have the control stick on the right, positioned really remarkably close to where it is. This gives me a huge sense of immersion, and the actual flying in this game just feels gnarly. I love it. That being said, flying is just a part of this game. There's menus upon menus upon menus of stuff. Managing systems, managing inventory, managing items, the way your ship works. There's so much to do in this game that it's literally just a job. When I watch videos on YouTube of people who play this game all the time, I think to myself, they must only play this game because it requires an incredible amount of effort in order to actually be proficient. What's wild is there's no point to the game. There's no real story mission. I mean, maybe there is, and I've completely missed it. It's about what you want to do, and that's why I feel like it's more of a simulator than it is a game. This feels like something I'm doing for myself, and yeah, it's interesting. I don't tend to play games like that too much. What I should be doing is checking out each one of these systems. So I can look around here. This is all unexplored. So I might not get this part right, but I think that the things that you can do in this game, and I'm just going to try to recount them from my mind, are you can mine, you can get involved in combat. You can try to take down pirates. You can try to do things with factions. You can trade. You can be a livery service where you deliver things from place to place. You can play as a good character. You could play as a bad character. There's different factions for different vibes. What am I missing? I don't know. It feels like you can just do anything you want. And it really does feel that way. It's excellent.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll tell you that the coolest thing I enjoy about the flying in this game is that you have not only your throttle and your sort of full control stick and like yaw control, but you also have thrusters. So I'll show some combat next, or maybe just me flying around, where you can actually see that maneuverability in action.
Fuel scooping.
Okay, so I'm not going to show combat quite yet, but I'm going to show sort of this idea of being able to move in so many spaces at once. So I'm kind of just rolling. You can see I'm just kind of pulling back here, but I can also like strafe to the side using my like boosters, which gives you just crazy levels of control in space. And as you'll see here, like when you go to enter a space station like this, you have to kind of like match the orbit of the thing too, which causes, it just makes the landing a lot of fun. I like this little cage thing too. Okay, and then once I'm inside, I gotta look for landing pad 44. I see it. I'm gonna put out my landing gear right away. And I've lined up with the landing pad.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
And these stations are just beautiful. Okay. And then as you get close, you'll see on my display below me in the middle, there's like a little bit of a way to help you land. And we put it down gently. But that's it. Like landing the craft is amazingly fun. I'll show you a little bit what like some starport services look like. I don't know what I'm here to do. When you get here, you can see like mission board, and these are basically like bounties and stuff like that. You can like search through them. Passenger lounge is a way to pick up people. The market's the way to trade stuff. Contacts will let you pay off your fines or pick up special bounties, stuff like that. Universal cartographics. This is like, let's see where I've been. Maybe they'll buy some of my cool map data that I've picked up. No, nothing here, but you can sell your map data for an extra little revenue source. And crew lounge is to pick up people to fly with you and help you. And then I'll just quickly show this here, which is outfitting. This is how you buy stuff for your ships and get it put on. And get this nice cool animation, beautiful lighting. There's my ship. Looks pretty cool. And you can see those are the hard points coming out. And yeah, so you can go in here and be like, oh, well, I'm not really a fan of this pulse laser. Let's see what other kind of things I can put on there, and etc. I'm about to go land at a station over here, but I wanted to mention that one thing that's weird about this game is that they kind of gave up on VR support with the newest expansion, which is called Odyssey. And the version of the game I play is Horizons, which was the expansion before that. They actually added the newer graphics of Odyssey to a version of Horizons called Horizons 4.0, which I don't like. I tried it out and I was fairly disappointed at the graphics because they made them a little more colorful and a little more, I don't know, just polished in a way where I actually like how dark and mysterious the graphics are with this version. It just feels like actual space to me. So that's just something to note. The newer version, you can actually play the total new version of the game Odyssey in VR, but when you switch, there's like first person shooter parts to the game now, and when you play those parts it just puts it on a flat screen in front of you. I don't know, none of it seems interesting to me. The reason I play this game is because I want to fly through space and do stuff in space and land in space stations and stuff like that. So anyway, I wanted to point that out. The version of the game I'm playing is essentially like the 3-year-old version at this point, and I don't want it to change. It needs nothing. So for the final sort of section of this video, I'm going to show you some combat. And I'm hunting out a pirate right now named Daniel Ill something Ford or something like that. Anyway, we gotta get this pirate. I've got a bounty for him, and if I can get him, I can get a little money. So I'm just going to show you what it's kind of like to go involve yourself in some fight. This is like the smallest kind of fight you can kind of get into, but yeah, we will just do it. So I'm gonna drop out. That's not him. That's not him. Gonna try to see if he is around here. I assume he is. That's a pretty looking planet. That's not him. That's not him. This is probably him. Yep. So we're gonna get in here a little close and then just start attacking. I've got a new rail gun and some missile launchers. I don't know how long this rail gun is gonna work for, but there, his shields are offline, so now I'm just trying to crack him with those missiles. And we got him. So I think we're safe now. There's these other guys here, but I'm gonna let them go. One thing I can do is go and scoop up the remains of his ship, which I may do. I'll show you what this looks like. So you can see down there, I'm aiming at the piece of ship that I'm trying to pick up. And when I go to pick it up, I need to slow down to make that whole box blue so that I can successfully get it into my ship. So I'm slowing down now. Okay, cool. So now I just have to make sure that I aim that item into the box, and boop, I picked it up. So that's just another mechanic in the game. So anyway, I think this is longer than a normal short game review, so I just wanted to kind of look at that. That is freaking beautiful. I'll take a ride around these rings while we're ending the video. I think that this game is genuinely fantastic. I don't think it's for everyone, being that it's not exactly fun. Not in like a traditional gaming way, but I do think that it is a delightful experience, and if this seems like something you want to do, I still think it's the best way to do it. I think it's better than No Man's Sky or anything like that, if you want that true space vibe. So yeah, Elite Dangerous. I give it a 10 out of a 10. I think you should play it in VR if you can. Just because it adds so much immersion, like being able to look up and around, and I didn't even look behind me, but like check out my ship. Like this is so cool. And if you have someone else who's playing with you, they can go sit in that seat, or different ships have different situations. It's a lovely game. I hope this review was helpful. Have a good day.